interrupting. From the Congress, Sachin Pilot is now joining us on the broadcast. Appreciate you taking out the time and joining us here. Your first reaction that has come in, Rahul Gandhi now disqualified as an MP.
I think some of us saw this coming because the way the whole conspiracy is unfolded, just to hide behind the curtain of the judicial pronouncement and to make it look like it had to happen. There are many more factors to this. And I think it's bizarre in our democracy how things like this can happen and be allowed to happen. And with the speed at which the Lok Sabha has acted is also shocking. I think it's bizarre how a lower court judgment could. And the interesting part is that the judgment was for 2 years. You know, the conviction could have been for 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 years. But the specific using of 2 years is just only to ensure disqualification. And further, the fact that the member can't contest for 6 years. Now, Mr. Gandhi made a speech in the election about the fugitives who left this country. They all have a certain surname, and he made that in jest. Not to say that he was insulting the entire community, and that insult was so deep and disheartening that they had to go to court and file a defamation case, and 4 years later convict him for specifically 2 years. It's a very large conspiracy, and I think people of India are watching what is going on. So I see this as a real a dark day where you are not allowed to speak in Parliament, your voice is muzzled, you put people in jail, ED, CBI, income tax, notices, raids only to opposition leaders. And this has gone on for so long. And this is now a new law that we are seeing today. So I think we will fight this politically, we will fight this legally, but I think the actions of how things have unfolded are not missed by anybody.
Right. Mr. Pilot, the BJP is saying that Rahul Gandhi was a member of parliament. He knew what the rule book was. He still wanted to indulge in name calling like this. Then why should the Congress have an issue when the disqualification has happened?
You see, this name calling business, I know many people, including in the BJP, who have said things that are actually unpalatable. But Mr. Gandhi said, I've heard that speech, is very clear. He only targeted those 2 or 3 individuals who have left the country by defrauding the banks of thousands of crores. And he was asking the question, a legitimate question, that why are these people being allowed to run away and why are they being brought back after so many years? And they all share a common surname. That was it. It was not about any community, about any OBCs or targeting, insulting anybody. But to use that as a pretext to file a PIL and defamation case, use the lower courts and God knows what pressures they may have been under to pronounce this judgment. It's unbecoming of a healthy democracy. I mean, one of the top leaders in the opposition, Mr. Gandhi, if he's not being allowed to speak in Parliament and then to use this judgment to disqualify him in less than 24 hours, it tells you, the intention behind the people who are holding the levers of power today.
Okay, Mr. Pilot, we leave the conversation there. Thanks a lot for joining us here. There are a lot of quick developments that are happening as far as what's happening outside Rahul Gandhi's residence. We are now understanding Sonia Gandhi, in fact, has reached Rahul Gandhi's residence. Sherine continues to be with us. Sherine, talk to us about what's happening around you.
Well, just a few moments back, Sonia Gandhi has in fact arrived at Rahul Gandhi's residence. The convoy in fact reached at the residence and she has gone inside. So that means that Rahul Gandhi is very much inside his residence. There is of course going to be a discussion on what is going to be their strategy as far as the disqualification is concerned. We also know that at 5 p.m. there is in fact a meeting that has been called by Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president. You can see the security has in fact been beefed up right outside the residence of Rahul Gandhi because now that Sonia Gandhi has also arrived, there are going to be other senior leaders who also might come in at Rahul Gandhi's residence. So at the moment, Rahul Gandhi is very much at his residence. Sonia Gandhi has also arrived. There are also talks that probably Priyanka Gandhi will also be reaching here in any time from now. And apart from that, senior leaders might also come in here. We also know that 5 p.m. is when the strategy meeting as far as Congress party for this disqualification is concerned, that is going to begin. So that is the update that is coming in from Rahul Gandhi's residence.
So as Sherine is pointing out, you already have Sonia Gandhi reaching Rahul Gandhi's residence. There is a possibility that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra could also reach there. This is exactly something that Pallavi was pointing a short while ago when before that press conference happens at 3:45. It's a possibility that you could have the Gandhis be there for the press conference as well. But Sherine, politically speaking, of course, the legal team will be in a huddle already, try and see how they can get that suspension. But politically speaking, what's the plan as far as the Congress is concerned? What is going to be their narrative? Are they going to be protesting about this on streets across multiple locations of the country? Okay, we'll just try and re-establish that connection with Sherine. But parallel developments that are taking place after that big setback for the Congress party with Rahul Gandhi being disqualified as an MP post the verdict that came from the Surat court. Now, the biggest challenge for the legal team of the Congress party will be to try and get a suspension or a stay as far as this verdict is concerned. As of now, Rahul Gandhi has been disqualified as an MP. He's no more an MP, which means he'll lose the perks and privileges of an MP as well, which could mean his official residence, security, so on and so forth. Politically speaking, the Congress and other opposition parties now saying this is murder of democracy. This is exactly what we've been saying, that this government only wants to silence the opposition. So either there is misuse of agencies where opposition leaders are being targeted, put behind bars, and now there is misuse of judiciary as well. The Congress also at this point saying they will not go down without a fight. They will fight this both politically as well as legally. Sherine continues to be with us. Sherine, if you can hear me this time around, I was asking, essentially the legal team will already be in a huddle as of now, trying to get that suspension or stay as far as this verdict is concerned. But politically speaking, what is the plan as far as the Congress party is concerned? What is the plan as far as the Karyakartas and supporters of the Congress party concerned? Are they going to take to the streets now?
Well, like I said earlier, this
were expecting this very much, that the disqualification might happen, and there were in fact thoughts on how to in fact say that. Now, what we are learning is that there is going to be in fact a nationwide protest that is going to be organized by the Congress party, for which there was already a call that was made yesterday. Today at 5 p.m. is when the PCC presidents, along with the senior leaders, are going to meet Mallikarjun Kharge, and they are going to decide as what is going to be their strategy. Of course, one is that they are going to raise this outside the parliament, on the streets, and also inside the parliament. There was an attempt that was also made today at Vijay Chowk, where the protest was, the march was taken out at Vijay Chowk, and there was an attempt to go and meet the president, Draupadi Murmu, which didn't happen. All the Congress MPs were in fact detained from right outside Vijay Chowk itself, so that didn't happen. But there will in fact be attempts to reach out to the president. This is apart from the legal options that will be, of course, that will be availed by Rahul Gandhi at this point. Politically, there will be, of course, support from the opposition party that are also coming in, pouring in. So there is going to be a protest that will happen not just inside the parliament, but also outside the parliament, out on the street. The Congress leaders are saying that they are not going to bow down. They are going to fight this out, because when it comes to Rahul Gandhi, this is nothing but an attack. This is a political vendetta that is being seen for weeks altogether. Because if you remember, it was only last week when Delhi police reached his residence to question him on another case, and apart from that, there are already a Surat court. When he went there, the sentence was in fact announced. So they all have been saying that they want Rahul Gandhi to apologize, because Rahul Gandhi believes that he has not said anything incorrect. He will not apologize, but he wants to put his side in parliament. He wants to speak in parliament, which is not being allowed, and that is why this scripted way he has been disqualified is what the Congress party has been alleging. So not just inside the parliament, but outside the parliament, there is going to be a series of protests that are going to be organized by the Congress party.
Okay, Sherine, we'll just request you to stay on with us. Some other political reactions also coming in.